Hey guys, welcome to the HeroClix Cafe. Welcome to my live stream. Like that I always do every Thursday night prior to the auction that we run on Auxit. Um, Man, oh man, do I have lots of things to talk about today. I got on a little earlier than I normally do. It seems like I'm always rushing to get on, but today I'm a tad early. Busy day for me today. Kind of funny. I got up this morning and with full intentions of staying home, meaning that I was going to work from the house. I've barely been at home. I got up this morning, realized we had a shipment that was coming in for our pre-release for Magic, and then the shipment didn't. So I went to the bank, got the money, got it all ready, and then the shipment didn't come. Then I realized that I needed to go with Jeremy. Jeremy's, for those guys that don't know it, he's the guy that he's in the store. He's my best friend, and he works at the store every day. Has a vested interest in the store, and he was we've been doing a lot of construction. So I forgot that I told him that I needed to go, that we needed to go and find some stuff, purchase some things so he could finish up, and that ended up being ended up being a day venture pretty much. Then I forgot that I was reminded when I got there that I had a 4 o'clock meeting with Toast. Toast is a new POS system that we're putting into the store. So all my plans got washed over. Pretty much did all those things that didn't accomplish anything I want to do at the house, which is a lot of eBay things and some other stuff that I need to be doing. Uh, and just barely made it. I got here maybe an hour before this started, and anyway, it's been that kind of day. Tomorrow, I'm hoping that I can stay home a little bit. I'm adjusting the computer a little bit. Tomorrow, I'm hoping that I can stay home and get a lot of work done. I've got a lot of things to put on eBay. I'm still got mountains of HeroClix that need to be put on there. That from where I purchased stuff from Patrick out at Majestics. Still got some of Matt G stuff. I've got another collection that was sent to me that I haven't even opened up yet. Um, it's endless. It just seems endless. On top of all that, I wasn't. I know I'm looking at the bids, and I guess this is a good example. This is the only day that I think that I did not post on Facebook to let people know, that remind people that we're doing a stream tonight and had an auction. Um, because I just been tied up, didn't have time to do it. In fact, I didn't even have time to put the stuff up on Auxit tonight. I had Tyler do it for me while I was running around all over the place, and I wasn't able to post on Facebook to remind everybody that, hey, we got this going on. And so, based on that, I can tell that the bidding tonight, the room's a little emptier than it normally is. Of course, we still have some time. Um, but I think that people are going to get some bargains tonight, opposed to stuff going for $30, $40 like it sometimes does. But that's okay. So, get your bargains. We have a really good bounty pile tonight. I saw some people asking in the room, what all do we have? I think you maybe can see this. This is the pile that we got all in this. We got legacy cards, we got OPLEs, we got super rares, we got tarot cards, we got team up cards. And of course, we started, and we will be adding to that, but we started with a Wonder Woman, Death Metal Wonder Woman convention exclusive, which, if that was the only thing in the bounty pile, that would be enough to get excited about. It's a meta piece, and that people like, and it's also a convention exclusive that is worth a little bit of money. So that's going to be happy. The pile is good. So maybe it'll pick up a little bit. Looks like a few more people are joining in. Hopefully people are seeing my stream and they know that I'm live, and we will. I haven't seen anybody join the chats yet outside of Auxit. It looks like everything right now is going on in Auxit, but usually people join in, and I hope they do. because I've got, like I said, I've got a lot to talk about. Some of the stuff local, we got worlds coming up. I've been team building, I've been practicing, and yada yada yada, on and on and on. I got a lot of stuff. So the first thing that's happening is I have a pretty good announcement. Let me see what Andrew G says. He says, "Is anybody else having issues getting the stream to unmute? I've tried restarting the app, but the stream won't let me unmute." I don't know if anybody is having problems with that or not. That normally that's your computer itself. Let me answer him because I don't know that he can hear me. Are you listening to the stream only in here? Okay. So he's go to the Rock Facebook page. That does. So I'm sending him to the Rock Facebook page, and nobody has reported any issues. But on the other hand, looks like I got some viewers on the live stream. If you guys would chime in, whether you're on the Rock Facebook page or whether you are on the Lucky Dice Facebook page or whether you're on YouTube, and let me know that you're hearing me just fine. Apparently, Andrew G, who is in the Oxit stream, says he's having a problem with his sound. So that would be great if you could let me know everything's okay. As far as I know, everything is okay except for Andrew. Oh, there we go. Yeah, all right, cool. So, all right. Hey, Tina, how you doing? Tina likes to listen to me. We got cousinly love going on. She's down in South Alabama, and she tunes in every now and again. Lets me go on. And Tina, you got to come to Huntsville sometime and check our store out, which I'm about to start talking about a little bit. So, as I was mentioning earlier, today was a really hectic. We went out and bought a lot of stuff. We're in the tail end of doing some of our remodeling. Yes, McConnell, I will be at Worlds. McConnell wants to know if I'm going to be at Worlds. Yes, I will. In fact, I may do an auction from Worlds. I've been thinking about doing that next Thursday. We're 2 weeks away from Worlds. That Wednesday, we're 2 weeks away from Worlds, and I'll be there that Wednesday. I was only going to come in on Thursday, but I changed my mind because my buddy from Mexico is coming in. All right, hold on, let me see what Andrew said. Works on the Facebook. I'm just trying my phone only, trying to watch the stream in the auction. Don't worry about me. I will jump on the stream after the auction. So Andrew says everything's okay. So anyway, back to what I was saying. I'm going to be there on Wednesday. The only reason I'm coming in on Wednesday, it's a short drive for me to go to Memphis. It's only about three hours roughly, and I planned on driving down on Thursday because really nothing's going on till like 2 o'clock on Thursday. That's when everything starts. So I could drive down that morning and everything was fine. But my buddy Dennis is coming in from Mexico, and I have the opportunity to spend some time with him Wednesday night, and I'm not going to miss out on that opportunity. So I'm actually going to drive and pick him up at the airport when he lands in Memphis, and we'll go to the hotel. We'll have some drinks and eat some food and all that good stuff, and talk HeroClix. And I've also got some stuff for him. And anyway, so we're doing that on. I will be there Wednesday, and then I'm planning on playing. I'm not overly excited about Modern Age. I'm just, and it's not that I hate Modern Age. It's just that I think to play competitively, in for the last few years, to play, I don't think you can just like jump in and out. You have to, or you. I haven't. The point is I haven't been playing steadily in the meta on Modern Age for the last few months. I've just had too many things going on that distracts from me. When I won Worlds back a few years ago, I didn't have all those things, and we were traveling on the weekends. We were practicing in the store. We had a team that was really focused on putting together good teams, and we were strategizing and doing a lot of things all at one time. And I felt prepared. So when I went into Worlds, I knew there wasn't nothing really that surprised me. I knew what all the pieces did. I knew what the players. I mean, I saw the meta teams. There wasn't really anything that surprised me. I had made a team that was similar to some other people's team, but it had a little bit of twist, and that twist seemed to work really well. And I haven't got that time in. And it's the meta is complicated enough with everything that's out there that I think that you need that time. I think you need the practice time and the changing times. So am I going to play in Modern? Yeah, I think I'm probably going to play, and I'm going to put together something that I'm a little familiar with. I just want to put something together that is competitive. I'm not really thinking that I'm going to win. I mean, not that I don't try to win, but I'm not really. My head's not in the place where it's like, hey, I want to win the World Championship, Modern Age. My head's just not there. So that being said, there are other formats. I'm very excited about teams. I'll be teaming up with my son and one of my son's friends that's local. I don't think the preparation to win teams goes nearly as enough. It's sealed. I like sealed. I'm thinking that we're going to be playing with Notorious. It looks like Notorious is going to be out in time. WizKids said that we would have Notorious if they got it in time, and it looks like we will. So which is enough, honestly, for me to play because I love the new stuff. Anytime we get new stuff, I'm excited. So we'll be there competing. We always do pretty well. We always generally are we always usually make the cut on the teams that I play with. When Easton and I play, we usually always make the cut. Our old teammate Warren from Florida, who we won Team Worlds with, retired from HeroClix, and I haven't seen him at an event for a while, and he doesn't really say a whole lot, but I think of Warren as a brother. And I love him to death, and I miss him. But he was somebody we teamed with, and I think that Warren and Easton and I, in every event that we ever went to that had teams, we were always top 8 or better, always. Good, man. Look when you see me, introduce yourself. I always like meeting players. Jalger 238 says he's going to his first Worlds this year. I'm excited for you. It's a lot of fun. Don't enjoy it. Don't get too big-eyed. Don't take it too seriously. Just have fun, and you'll be fine. So anyways, I'll be playing in Modern Age. I'll be playing in Team. I am, on the other hand, I am going to try very hard to win Pulp. I do have a Pulp team that I have been practicing with. I have put a lot of work into, and I'm excited about Pulp, and I feel like I have a very competitive team, and I will be there, and I will be playing in that, and I think that it's probably top of my list of what I think I have a chance to win. Silver Age doesn't really interest me. I thought about it and thought about it. The scheduling of it of all the events and everything, silver just didn't seem like it fit in quite the way I want to. If I do play in Silver Age, which right now I'm planning on not to, but if I did play in Silver Age, I probably put something together that I like. Quite honestly, I, I I would probably run something that I played at the store quite a bit. That's competitive and fun to play and can steamroll people, but I cannot see it winning worlds at all in Silver Age. But it is themed, and I would probably run something like that. And who knows how I would do in that, but I think that battle royals are a lot of fun. Jogger says he's going to be playing battle royals. Um, you could play if you play battle royals the whole time you're there. You will have a good worlds. There are some side events that I would recommend that you could probably play in that are good too. McConnell says, "What do you think about the discussion to alter Silver Age so that Silver Age figures are played?" Um, Honestly, that's some of my ideas. So that discussion, um, altering the floor idea was something that I came up with, and I hear people. I mean, some people for and against it, and I understand why they're for it. But the idea is that WizKids wants to have another format that is different, and they gave a Silver Age to us, so we're very in tune with. In fact, everything that we do is in tune with WizKids. We don't make decisions. We don't do format changes. We don't do those things without being in concurrence with WizKids. So our discussions have been happening with WizKids prior to that even coming up, and I think that I personally think floor, and what a floor is for those that don't know it, it would require that at least half your team be Silver Age. Um, Now, the reason that I like that idea is because we want to differentiate ourselves more from modern, and being that we just played. I just saw the Rock Cup with Silver Age, and I've seen other Silver Ages, but specifically the Rock Cup, it wasn't a whole lot different. It just felt like it felt more like we were playing Modern Age. So, the two things that I think that are being looked at, there's really three things that are being looked at kind of hard for Silver Age. One is the floor. The second is taking it to 400 points. And the third is having a curated list of some figures that are not legal to play in Silver Age. I don't like curated lists a whole lot. I never have. The only time that I've ever something, really supported something being banned, I guess is the way to put it, would be back in the day when Felix Faust was playable. I hated it, and but I'm listening on having a curated list, and it might be something we do. If we do something, it's going to be similar to what. Think of it. I don't think we will ban anything, but we might, like WizKids went away from some powers. Maybe we'll say these figures are not legal right now in Silver Age, but they may come. They're not banned, and then maybe change it around a little bit to keep it interesting. I don't know. That's some talk that's been going on. I'm not as hip on that. I'm not also real supportive of 400 points, even though I know a lot of people want 400 points. Now, why am I not supportive of 400 points? Playing since the incubation of HeroClix, pretty much, I've seen attempts by WizKids and by us. People maybe forgot, but we used to once have a 4-season. We used to do every quarter was a different season, and we had Rock Age, and we had 400 points, and we let places and venues and stuff choose sometimes. And my experience with is 400 points, even though people talk about it and they say that that's a good idea, when we run 400 points, the turnout is poor. And that's me. I just think that 400 points. I see the advantage of 400 points, because if we do go into a 300 points at in doing a floor, cuts out some of the high, has some of the figures, has some it cuts out some of the figures in modern age that are higher value. So going to 400 points kind of supplements that, because now you can put a figure on your team up to 200 points. So I get that, and that maybe a Silver Age 400 point floor may be the answer. And I'm not saying that's what we're doing, but I think that I think what you'll see us do is experiment with with uh, with the formats. We might have multiple tournaments for a little period of time, where maybe we run a 400 points, maybe we run a curated um, tournament, maybe we run 300 points, maybe we run, I don't know, but I do think whatever we end up, the final Silver Age product needs to be different, have a different feel than playing in modern. Hey Kyle, how you doing? Any hope for WKOs? When I've talked to WizKids, um, I did not play last weekend. I have not, well, only practiced. All I've done is practice and practice and practice. I've been playing almost every day, but I've not played in a tournament. Um, so anyway, back to McConnell is asking, any hope for WKOs? Yes. I've talked to WizKids a few times about it, and when I talked to them, earlier in the year, um, I asked them, because I was told that it didn't look like we would have WKOs this year, and I said, "Can I announce that?" Uh, and I was told, "No, don't announce that," because the manager that I was talking to at WizKids was saying he still had some hopes and was still trying to get WKOs. So there was some hope that WKOs would come in at the end of the year. Now, being that we're so far towards the end of the year, I don't think that's happening. But the point is that WKOs was on WizKids' mind, which leads me to believe that they may kick back in next year. Um, from a personal standpoint, what I'm seeing, I'm not worried about people going to WKOs. I'm not worried about people going to nationals. I'm not worried about people going to conventions. I'm not worried about the Rock Cup. I'm not worried about when we run regionals. I'm not worried about states. I'm not worried about any of those things. That's not right now. That's those things fill. That people drive to them. We have enough. They do well. What I'm worried about is local play and local and at your game at venues, and people playing every week. That has not returned. That's not happening, and I don't know if it's because of the venue. I don't know if it's the players or if it's a combination of both. I don't know if it was that. I don't know that if WizKids waited too long. I run all games in my stores, and when COVID happened, what I saw is organized play stop in almost all games, and but they supplemented. The big companies kept doing pre-releases. They kept doing putting the pricing out, but they did it differently. They said, okay, you can't. We're not going to let you have an event in the store, but people can still buy their product and give them their pre-release packs, give them their pricing, give everything. WizKids didn't do that, and I'm afraid that the reaction of waiting this long to start doing it again, I think we maybe lost too much, and I'm concerned about local. See, Harrison Fordyce is saying your local play is all but dead. Even sealed events, no turnout. And I'll be honest with you, Lucky Dice Cafe is not doing really good on local events. It's my concern is the local play. Well, Kyle, I hear you. I know it's expensive, but I mean the world has changed. Everything's went up. Every game across every game in my store shot up in prices, from Magic to Pokemon to everything. I mean, booster prices are heavier. WizKids pricing didn't not. That's been. We used to get 4 sets. 4 sets of what? Are you talking about 4 sets a year? What do you mean by that? Now it's the 1 set. Kyle, what do you mean by that? You talking about set releases? Andrew says, I feel like the price support is kind of slacked off ever since we came back from COVID. Well, there was no, so I don't know if it's slack off is the right word. I think there was no, I don't think there was any price support for a while, and it's taken them a while to get going and get that back in place. One of the things that I want to, one of the things that I want to be is involved more in OP with WKOs, and I'm talking to WizKids about that. I don't know where it's going to go. They asked me to wait till after Gen Con, which is after Gen Con, and I'm talking to them about doing some things. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere. I also have a really good program that I want to do that I'll share with you after I talk to WizKids, but I have a really good kids program that I think the kids program is something that would benefit players, it would benefit stores, it would benefit WizKids, and it would bring in the new players and build players down the road for stores and customers down the road. I think that I have a really good plan for that, and it's very cheap to run and very cheap to do, but I've got to talk to them, and I think it's something that it's also something that I think would be very good social media for them if they did what I said, and it hardly cost them anything. And so anyway, I got a really good idea as after I talk to them and see how they feel about it. It's something that I've been thinking about for years. Back when Rock merged with, or not merged, but when WizKids started sponsoring, when we went back and we got pricing and everything from WizKids, I sat down with Brian, the CEO from WizKids. Justin had asked me to talk to him, and we sat down at the Alliance show, which is kind of odd. I'm thinking because the Alliance show's coming up next week, so it's been almost however many years ago that was to the day. I sat down with him, and we talked a lot about a lot of things, and one of the things that Brian wanted was to get kids involved in HeroClix, and I have a way, especially with the new formats, and I think that there's something that we can do. All right, let me see what people are saying. I remember playing for more LEs when I first started. It might have been local venues doing so. The problem I have with LEs is that I think that LEs are too plentiful, or were too plentiful, and I think that stores were able to get too many. I mean, I could, back before COVID, I could order, what was it? I used to be able to get like 6 complete sets of everything if I wanted them, which that means that's 6 boxes, and each box had 3 different figures in it, 4, so 12. One box was all you really need if you do the things right. And I also think that the OPLEs should be, I think they should be more collectible, which means that you don't put out quite as many. And I think that they need to be good. You need to, personally, what I would do with OPLEs is I would attach them back to the sets like we used to. I know the release day figures are attached to the set, but I would take all the OPLEs. Back in the very beginning, we used to get boxed LEs and they were attached to the set. So if you were trying to complete a set, if you were a collector, you had to have those to complete the set. That made it more valuable. Then I would take LEs and I would make, not every one of them, but I would make them either fun, or I would make them meta worthy in some cases, so that people would want them. Then I would have 2 different kinds of LEs for the people that, for just giving stuff at the store. I would have basically a participation LE that you could, by showing up, that you could win. But I would have that valuable LE that was very limited and very hard to get, and I would control how many the stores get. And the reason that I would do that is because you want people to go show up at the local events and try to win these things, and it be important to win them. When I was at the point with OPLEs, I had so many of them, and I had players, and it really was no big deal for them to win them. It's like, okay, I won this. Okay, cool. And they were appreciative that they were given something. I get that, they weren't like snubbing and like, hey, I didn't get anything, but it's no big deal. It was just no big deal to win them. Kyle says it's time to do a once a month event. I kind of agree with that. I think that you run some participation events that lead into a monthly event where you win a grand prize LPLE. I think that that would spark interest. You have to have a players need to have a reason outside of just interaction between each other to go and play and have fun and maybe win something. And then when you win something, it needs to be worth something, either in value or collectability or both. It would be what I would do. And we still have. Yeah, Andrew's talking about storyline events. So the storyline events I've actually been pretty happy with. The Fantastic Four was so, but it was there. I thought the X of Swords was great. I loved that event. And we got another event coming out in November, December. It's the new storyline event. So the storyline events are good. They need to continue. You need storyline events. You need to have a good monthly OP program that I believe is tied into the set with good prizing. I think that you need to have. We need to get WKOs back. I want to put in a point system that ties everything together. Whether you're playing in organized play storylines, whether you're playing rock, whether you're playing in a WKO, whether you're playing a Winamat, whether you're playing a regional, if you're playing in states, if you're playing wherever you're playing, I want to put a point system in place with WizKids that players can get points at every single level when they play, and which also brings in, like Kyle's talking incentive, so that you play up, you get points. And what do those points do? They allow you to play in higher events. They qualify you. Some of us can get there faster than others, meaning if you win events, if you're a really good HeroClix player, and it doesn't mean it needs to be the only way. I'm not saying that the only way you can play in a world championship is to get your points. The only way you can play in nationals is to get your points. There should be an on-site way of trying to win your way there at the event, also to get there. People that are familiar with the way we used to run the Rock Cup, it's kind of the way it was. So you could get points all year long, which would qualify you at different stages at Worlds, but then you could still just show up at the Rock Cup and you can play in certain events there and get points, which qualified you to play in Worlds again. I played in the Cup again. And I just feel like we could do something like that to where players are actually coming to the store, winning things that they like, following their points, looking at their points on the win, and everything is just all tied together. That's what I would like to see. I would love to. That's what I'm pitching. I'm going to pitch WizKids with. I think it's doable. I think it's something that can be done, and that's where my head is at. At the same time, I was talking about this kids thing. I think that we could have a kids world championship. I think that stores can get behind the kids. I think we can sponsor a group of kids in our area. And how do we do that? We give them. We get WizKids to give us some kind of a starter pack to give the kids, and then we take the HeroClix that we are throwing away, whether it be at Worlds, at Nationals. I throw away a lot of HeroClix in the store. I have more than I can deal with. I try to put some at 25-cent bins. How many of you guys that collect a lot? I mean, Dan. I see Dan over here in the cafe. I guarantee you, I know Dan buys cases and cases and booster bricks and everything, and he's got 10 and 20 of stuff. And we could take all that stuff and package it all together. Go find a school. Go find a church. Go find a youth group. Go find whatever it is, and then that store that's in that area can sponsor that group, host tournaments every weekend, have a point system in play, take that kid that's the best player that qualifies as a champion and do a world championship for him at Worlds. And by God, I myself would pay for that little kid for whatever he is. I would pay for his hotel room. I would pay as a store. I'd have him represent Lucky Dice Cafe. He would be my guy. I would put in the time to teach him and train him and help him where he went in, and he was playing at Memphis. Now you do a kids program like that all over the nation, maybe all over the world sometime. And we got all these kids showing up at Worlds, and we got kids at a younger age that are getting involved with HeroClix, and They graduate to modern age. Because I want to run pulp. Pulp is the perfect system to run this thing with, and we take that and we teach kids how to play, and we grow our game, and we get new players, and they graduate into modern age. They graduate in the big boy leagues, and they're future customers for the stores, and it costs hardly anything because these HeroClix are laying around. We can actually take the stuff that's laying around and pre-make teams and put them in the pack and say, hey, I got 20 kids. What, you guys grab all these, and if you like them, they're yours, and you can start playing with them right now. And then you can grab more stuff and alter your team or make your teams on your own. It can be done. It can be done cheap, and there's incentives that WizKids can give stores to do this, like calling them a WizKids premium store, giving them a plaque, giving them some social media that they're doing this. Put a little plaque up on the wall. You get social media involved with your local places that you're teaching kids and bringing kids together. This thing is a great thing if it's done right. All right, so I told you I had a lot to talk about, and I still had more to talk about, but I can't keep talking because the auction just ended, and we got to go and open up these boosters and see if somebody's going to win the bounty tonight. So let's see. The auction actually ended up picking up pretty well, and I thought it was kind of slow at first, but we ended up everything ended up selling, and the things went for a decent price. I thought everything when I first got on was going to be $11 or $12. Everything doubled, so that's good on my end. So let's go over. Let's start talking about what we got. So this is the bounty prizes I'm pulling up. So I think we've been 2 weeks now without anybody winning. So this is what I've got in the bounty prizes. I've got a Ultron's Lair indoor map, and then the back side of it is something. It's Avengers Towers indoor. Is it outdoor? I think. Anyway, I got that. I got from the storyline event. I've got Captain Avalon, Nimrod the Greater. I've got a Justice tarot card. I've got legacy cards from Batman Team Up, from Avengers 60 sealed. I've got an Atrocitus that for some reason, and I don't know why, but this guy's selling like crazy on my eBay stores. Got the Human Torch Team Up card. I've got Wonder Woman legacy card. I've got a complete set of Aquaman JLU Team Up cards, every one of them from the set. I've got a mystery. Maybe this is only one. Maybe this is just from last week. But anyways, I think it is. So this is 1 week's worth. And then we got the mystery. We got a mystery card. This one is The Man Who Laughs. And then, of course, the big thing that I started everything off with is I've got a Wonder Woman convention exclusive, a death metal Wonder Woman that everybody wants, worth a little bit of money. Great piece to play. This is the kind of thing that I think is great. You have a figure that is hard to collect, hard to get, because it's a convention exclusive, and it has value as that. It's also a popular figure, tied into the fact that it's meta worthy and does really cool things. So everybody wants it. So I got that. So we're going to add in some stuff. Let's start off with over here. We'll add in. Let's add in a Black Heath from. I think that's Avengers Forever. Let's see if I can find him. I should have found him before I called him out. So we got Black Heath. We'll throw him in the bounty. That's a super rare. Let's throw in a sword that we're going to throw in. This is the storyline sword. Let me make sure I got it in here. All right, so we're going to throw in Grass Cutter. That's part of the prizing. already had one tarot card. Let's throw another tarot card in there. Let's throw there. Let's do that one. Yeah, that's a good one. We'll throw in the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune goes in. We'll throw in an older OP kit. I mean, OP figure. We'll do an Indigo 1. That's from A War of Light. We'll throw in a Zavin Legacy card. And we'll throw in a Wizard team-up card. And then, of course, we start off with Spider-Man's our first boosters, our first brick tonight. So we'll tear the Legacy card off of that. That gets thrown in. And then, also while I got you guys here, I am about to. So for next week, I didn't know what I was going to be doing next week because they have the Lions show coming up, and I was going to go to Indiana, but I don't think I can. I got too many things going on in the store that I don't think I'm going to be able to go. This is going to be the first time I missed the Lions show in probably over 5 years, and I hate it because I really, really, really wanted to go. But we're on the tail end of so many things, and with Worlds coming up a week after that, I just don't feel like I should go. So we kind of made a decision today not to go, and I hate it because I really enjoy that show. So I'm marking these just 1, 2, and onward. I'll just keep talking about that. But anyway, and then I have a new POS being put in. We're on the tail end of remodeling. I will let it out now that I just bought into a franchise that we're adding in. Lucky Dice Cafe is going to still be the same, our menu, everything, but I also am adding in barbecue. And I bought into a franchise, and it should be the barbecue should be available. Hey David, how you doing? The barbecue should be available within about 3 weeks. I'm actually going to Nashville next week, which is another reason why I don't want to go to the Lions show. And they're preparing a bunch of food for me, and we're going to be doing some tasting. But we're adding barbecue to the menu. All right, and actually it's going to be a separate menu, and then we're also going to be doing delivery. We're tying into all the delivery services. We just got a lot going on, and we got a new system going in where you can order from your phone. You can order food from your phone. We got a new system going in with that. Pickup. We're going to be doing catering, doing a lot of different things, and we'll have barbecue when other people around town don't have barbecue, which is going to be on Sundays and late at night. So we'll have barbecue, and you can order barbecue from our store at odd times. And with football kicking in, I'm thinking that's going to be a good thing, that you could order barbecue on Sunday, which you normally can't do. So, and then the barbecue's good, guys. Our barbecue's really, really good. We also got some good sides that are different than what other places have, and I'm real excited about offering that. I'll show you guys the menu eventually. I'll show you guys some pictures of the store whenever pork and brisket. We're doing both, and we also have chicken. So we'll have chicken that you can get sandwiches. We'll have chopped brisket. We're gonna have we have corn, potato salad, all your stuff that you're used to seeing on the barbecue. So anyways, that's coming. That's going to be in store, and it's going to be that's also going to be for delivery. And so that's why I'm saying I'm so busy, because I'm doing that all at one time while I'm doing some other things. And I'm also taking some marketing classes, which I'm hoping that helps me with the stuff that I'm doing, and also some other areas. We already got TVs up. There's already TVs, and Jordan, there's already TVs in every room. But that we have. So we already have the TVs up. We can already stream games and do whatever. We're also going to be bringing in. I got a new system in play that you actually can that we're waiting for them to finish it. But we'll be running a trivia night one night too, where you can win prizes, not just from us. So we got all the things in play. All right. So anyway, here we go. Booster number 1. Enough talk. Let's open up some stuff. Booster number 1. We got a Mysterio Rare, a Mr. Negative Uncommon. We got a Miles Morales, Hydro Man, and Jonah Jameson. Now, I got 2 pretty big HeroClix players in the room, and I'm going to ask them a question. So, Dan, I'm talking to you, and I'm talking to Jay Major. The bounty I've already... Oh, we did not announce the bounty. Well, good thing it isn't in this one. Somebody caught me. Oh, my God. Thank you. We need to name the bounty figure. I wasn't going to give the bounty prizes away at all at night. We're going to go through the whole booster, and I'm going like, oh, my God. All right. So we're doing Spider-Man. We already know the bounty's done in the first one. The first 3 figures to be named, super rare, looking for Spider-Man Beyond Amazing. Spider-Noir is the first one that's popped up. I need 3. I would get 2 more Spider-Noirs. That would be the bounty prize. There's another one, Nor. 1 more Nor, and that will be the bounty prize. Or you can name something else. Name some super rares. Back to my question while we're doing that. Dan and Jay, if you guys can hear me, what I want to know is, what all are you playing in? Are you guys going to play in all 4 World Championships? Are you going to be playing Silver? Are you going to be playing Pulp? Are you going to be playing Modern? And are you going to be playing Teams? Are you going to tell me what you guys what you guys are playing? I'm very curious. I got a Doc Ock. So I'm looking for somebody to nominate another. There we go. Spider-Noir. Spider-Noir it is. So we're looking for Spider-Noir. All right. So anyways, if you guys heard me, and anybody else can say that too. I'm just curious I'm curious as to most HeroClix players going to play in all 4 events? Are they going to try to play in all 4 events? Are they picking and choosing that I want to play Modern, I'm not interested in the other things, or I want to play in this and this? I'm very curious as to what everybody's doing. So Jay and Dan, if you heard me, I would like to get those answers, please. I'm very, very curious. All right, booster number 2. We have pulled a Nora before in here, so it's not something that we haven't pulled before. He's not been as a bounty prize, but we have pulled him. So I got Spider-Man common, Mary Jane common, Matt Murdock common, Gwen Stacy uncommon, and Electro rare. Don't know if Dan or Jay heard me, but Dan and Jay, if you didn't hear me, chime in. I have questions for you guys. I'll re-ask them. But if anybody else is going to Worlds, could you tell me what you're playing? Are you planning on playing in all events? Or are you just choosing and picking 1 or 2? Like to know that answer. All right, booster number 3. I'm planning on playing in 3 out of the 4, and I might play in the 4 out of the 4, but planning on 3 of the 4. All right, so this looks like a decent little booster. And we got Carnage Super Rare. Congrats on that, somebody. We got, wow. How about that? We got a Carnage Super Rare, and we have a Spider-Man Prime in the same booster. That's pretty good. How about that? And we got a Speed Demon Uncommon, Moon Knight Common, and a Spider-Ling Common. Usually you don't see a Prime and a Super Rare at the same time, or another Super Rare at the same time. Andrew says he's playing at 300 Modern in some of the theme mini events. Yeah, that was a good pull. Good pull, whoever had booster number 3. All right, so number 4. Number 4, we have the Punisher rare, Shocker uncommon, Matt Murdock uncommon, Moon Knight common, and Venom common. Booster number 5. Will we give out the bounty? Will it happen? Jordan says he wants to go to Worlds really bad, but I decided to pass it up in order to convince my wife to do the 2 tournaments you have coming up. All right. Carnage Iron Man, you think, David? Thinks that's going to be the chase in here. We'll see. All right, Spider-Gwen common, Black Cat common, Sandman common, Hand Ninja uncommon, Kraven the Hunter rare. That was booster number 5. We're halfway through. Booster number 6. Surfer would be nice. I would be really excited. Okay. So, we have a super rare here. We have Vulture. We have Doctor Strange rare. We have Silver Sable uncommon, Bullseye common, Venom common. So, that's not bad. Going to booster number 7. Last one was booster number 6. I'd like to, David, I'm the Surfer is the one thing that I'd like, I want it for myself. That I would be like really excited that I pulled, but on the other hand, like, damn it, I want that one. I got a Surfer in there. I may or may not play him. Pulled 5 of those Vultures. 4 of them came out with 2 duplicate bricks. Okay, so here is our chase. Who has booster number 7? Who has booster 7? Speak up, please. Let me know if you have booster number 7. I don't have as many people in the auction room. Some of the people bid and ran away, and they're just going to look at what they got later, I guess. But if you are in the room and you have booster number 7, please shout out so I can tell you. All right, Blue Rhino. All right, Blue Rhino, congrats. You got a Ghost Spider 2099. You got a Daredevil rare, a Silver Sable uncommon, Spider-Ling common, and Spider-Gwen common. Congrats, man. Good pull. Can't go wrong with that. That was booster number 7. We are still looking for our bounty. Hey, Miguel. How you doing, buddy? No, I actually had 3. I put 2 of them up for sale. He's asking me about Carnage, and I saved 1 because I didn't know if I wanted to play it at Worlds or not. So I may use it for my Modern Age team with some other stuff, but I don't know. But still, I don't know. There's something about Carnage Surfer and some of the other figures when I get it, it's like, oh man, just makes me excited even if I've had it or not. So this was booster, what was this? Booster 8. So we got Pumpkin Bombs, we got the Kingpin rare, we got Boomerang uncommon, Spider-Man uncommon, Aunt May common, and Spider-Man common. Again, we are looking for Spider-Man Noir. That is our bounty target. People trying to win the bounty prizes, which are really good. So now we're going to booster number 9. Booster number 9. We got this one and one more to try to get the Spider-Man Noir. Not going to happen on this one. We got Bombastic Bagman. We got a rare Rhino uncommon, Spider-Woman uncommon, Matt Murdock common, Police Officer common. I remember the very first Bombastic Bagman. I used to enjoy playing him. He was fun. You just pretty much ran him into somebody's face and he exploded if they attacked him. So we got booster number 10. So last chance at a Spider-Man Noir. All right. So everybody that did not have booster number 10 is going to be excited because I can tell you that we did not get a Spider-Man Nor, but we do have a super rare. We have Hand Ninja, Common, Sandman Common, Hydra Man Common, Chameleon Uncommon, and we have a Madam Web super rare. It's funny, we've named Madam Web a few times as the target of the bounty, but we have not pulled her. But we finally pulled one, but not at the right time. All right, so now we're going into. So the first thing we'll do is we add some prizing. I'll start that off. The Avengers 60 booster brick. We will add in another legacy card. Then we'll add in some more prizing. We're going to let it build. Let's go to. Let's see if I got another tarot card that I can throw in there that we haven't used yet. Oh, I would do that one. Well, I would do both. We'll throw in the Empress and the Emperor. We'll do one of each. That way we're not choosing sides. We put one male and one female in there. All right. So let's go to another legacy card. I would throw this Wonder Woman in there. That's from DC 75, I believe. And it's the Wonder Woman that's on the horse. So we'll throw that in there. Let's throw in. We'll throw in a team up card. There's a good one. This is a Doctor Doom from the storyline. We'll throw that in. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do that one. We'll throw in an Emperor Vulcan. Let's hope I can find him in this big mess. I probably should take all these out and where I can find him. There he is. Emperor Vulcan. We'll throw that into the bounty. Then we'll reach into our little OP pile and grab something out of there. Yeah, we'll do a Sheriff Gia Whitechapel. Sounds good. All right. Oh, there you are, Jay. So that Jay popped up over on the stream. Jay, I had a question earlier that you probably didn't hear. I was asking it to you and Dan specifically, and Dan, I think he ran off too. What I want to know, Jay, is are you? And yeah, I am looking forward to playing. By the way, I'm just looking forward to hanging out and seeing everybody, man. I'm looking to. It's kind of my vacation this year. I'm looking forward to going away for 4 days, and being away from the store, being around all my friends, playing a game I love, eating some good food, having some good drinks, and I know it sounds crazy because sometimes it's a little stressful playing Worlds, but to me it's relaxing. So yeah. So my question to you, Jay, is: are you playing in all 4 events? Are you going to be playing Silver Age Worlds? Are you going to play in Pulp Worlds? Are you going to play in Team Worlds? And are you playing in Modern? And if not, what are you playing in? I'm curious as to hear if everybody's going if people are going to play in all of them, or they're just targeting a few of the things. So let me number these while you're doing that. Or while you answer me. Hopefully you heard me. Maybe Jay has the sound off and he doesn't hear me. If anybody would like to type on the stream, which I don't know. Well, I don't know if you. Oh, there we go. There he goes. He answered Modern, Teams, and Silver. So you're skipping Pulp, which is that's funny because I'm doing Modern, Teams, and Pulp and probably skipping Silver. Pulp is the one that I'm excited about the most. I love that format. Well, I fined you, Dennis. You have been fined. You're late. You were supposed to be here. You're not on time, and I'm fining you, which means that when I pick you up at the airport and we go to the hotel, that you have been fined 1 Jack and Coke. You have to buy me 1 Jack and Coke, sir. Yeah, I've been playing Pulp too. Dennis says, yeah. All right, so, oh no, I did this wrong. This actually should be 11. I started numbering. I've done this before. I numbered them all 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's actually 11, 12, 13. Anyway, let me put the ones on there real quick. Easy fix. Personally, me, I wouldn't get them mixed up, but I got people that pack this stuff, and they don't necessarily play HeroClix. So, if they, I don't want to confuse them. There's been 2 or 3 times I've told Tyler to pick boosters out for me, and I wanted Avengers 60. No, I wanted Avengers Forever, and he keeps grabbing Avengers 60 instead. I'm like, what are you doing? I said I wanted Avengers Forever. All right. So, here we go. Booster number 11. We got to name a bounty prize, though. All right. For some reason, I'm not in Oxit anymore. Why am I not in there? What happened? I'm not in Oxit. What has happened? I'm only on the lives. There we go. Let me see if I don't know how I got knocked out. Now, that's not good. For some reason, I got kicked out of Oxit, and that's happened to me before, and I can't get back in. So, guys, I'm sure you see my live stream. Unfortunately, I was about to ask you guys. Well, let me do it this way. Usually, my phone will work. Let me get into Oxit on my phone. Every once in a while, the computer, which I have no idea why, but this computer doesn't want to let me in Oxit, and I don't know why. So yeah, now I'm in the room. All right, so guys, you can hear me, and I can see you're typing. I have to just use the phone instead. All right, so we already started off. And now I'm in the room. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I gotta mute this. Dang it, the video was coming to me. All right, so now somebody's already started off. We're looking for 3 nominations. Somebody's already started off with Hammer. So 2 more hammers, and the hammer will be it. Or give me something else, guys. You can throw something over in the restream chat, or you can do it on the chat. And any other I see all of it. Just throw me some names out there. Hammer so far. Absorbing Man. I've got an Absorbing Man and a hammer. 2 more for either one of them, and we're good. Somebody's typing Moonstone. So I got a hammer, a Moonstone, and an Absorbing Man. Give me some more, guys. I tell you what, rather than go 3, the next, if I get 2 of something, we'll do it. So we've got hammer, Moonstone, Absorbing Man. You can nominate something else, or if you choose one of those 2, that will be it. Somebody's typing over here in the Oxit room. We got a Clea. Okay. We're going to hammer. Somebody changed their mind. So hammer it is. We're going to hammer. Hammer wins the bounties. Wins all the bounty prizes. The target figure is hammer. If you pull hammer, you get all the goodies. So let's start it off with booster number 11. We have named hammer before as the bounty figure, and we have hit on that before. Winter Soldier common, Captain Marvel common, Leader uncommon. You guys should listen to Andrew. Tactical Force rare, Absorbing Man super rare. He said Absorbing Man. So if you were booster number 11, if you would have nominated with Andrew, Absorbing Man, you would have won. So anyway, other thing I want to note, guys, is we will soon be doing Notorious. We're a couple of weeks away from me being able to I'll do the pre-sale that we, not the pre-sale, but the sale that we always do when the set first comes out. We're booster number 12 now. And then after we do, and then we'll start running, after we do that, well, on Thursdays, we'll be running, I'll be cracking Notorious. And we will just do Notorious totally. We will just do, we won't be mixing the sets up for a while. We'll just be doing Notorious. And later down the road, we may flip it. I will say there's not as much time period between the sets, so we won't get wore out in Notorious as quite as fast as maybe we did some of these other ones. All right, so I got Bowman, common, Stinger, common, Luke Cage, common, Jocasta, uncommon, and Quasar, rare. Booster number 13. Lucky 13 or unlucky 13? See, I think it's both. All right, so there is a super rare in here. This is a super rare that very typically gets nominated as the target. Well, actually, wait a minute. That is not a super rare. All right, so who has booster number 13? Who has booster 13? Who has booster 13, guys? I'm gonna have to look at my phone. So if you got, there's only 2 people in the HeroClix Cafe, so most everybody's in the stream. I'll give it a second. I don't even know if whoever's got booster 13 is even live. Okay, there we go. Well, you're having a night, my friend. Jogger, you do have the chase. You have Iron Inquisitor. And then you've got Abomination, rare, Misty Knight, uncommon, Jessica Jones, common, and Monica Chain, common. So congrats on that. You got the chase. Awesome is right. Good deal, man. Booster number 14. And see, that was lucky 13. But to everybody else, it was unlucky 13 because they didn't have it. So that's why I say it's both. So 14. Let's see what we got. The big thing we're looking for is Hammer. We're looking for Hammer. Hammer is gonna. All right, so see, Jay had it. Jay called it. He said, "You Clea." Guess what? We got a Clea super rare, Jocasta uncommon, a Bats common, Captain America common, and a Bowman common. So we're pulling all the stuff that the other people that didn't win, that were nominated, but that nobody seconded it. It's funny. I don't know if we've ever done that's quite went that way. All right, so now we're going to booster 15. Booster 15. Booster 15. It's got some of my favorite pieces in it to play in Pulp. Screaming Mimi, rare. Wildcat, uncommon. Bats, common. Black Widow, common. Captain America, common. All right. That was 15. We got 5 left to try to pull the bounty. And we're going booster 16. So Jay, I know you and I been going to Memphis quite a bit. Where are you wanting to go back and eat? Are you wanting to go back to that barbecue place, or are you just wanting to eat at the little Elvis Presley place and get another fried peanut butter and jelly sandwich? All right, Falcon, a rare, Red She-Hulk, uncommon, Ultron Joan, common, Ant-Man, common, and Black Panther, common. Dennis, I mean, you got me with you this year around, so we have a car. But typically, you probably don't have a car when you're there. So when you went to Memphis in the past, have you just been kind of staying at the hotel, or have you been able to venture out any when you go to Memphis? So booster 17. We have a Ultron Rare, a Misty Knight Uncommon, a Scarlet Witch Uncommon, Spider-Man Robot Common, Captain Marvel Common, and that was Booster 17. That big steak, I remember. Yep, barbecue place is good. It was, now there, that's a really good barbecue place. It's just down the street. They will actually, if for people going to Memphis, if you can call, and they stay open late. The barbecue place, I don't remember the name of it, but it's just down the street. They have a pink Cadillac that will come and pick you up. If you call them, they'll come to the hotel in a pink Cadillac and pick you up and take you to their restaurant to eat. And they stay, and their barbecue's awesome. They cook it right there. They have a bar so you can drink in there too. It's got a good crowd, and I think they stay open. I mean, I know they're late because I know we ate at 11 to 12 o'clock, and I want to say they're open to like 2 o'clock and still serving food. Highly recommend the barbecue place that I don't remember the name of it, but it's really, really good. And like I said, you get to drive in a pink Cadillac if you want to go that route. All right, so booster number 18. Now, my goodness, this is a pulp pull booster. You got Hulk Rare, you got Thanos Uncommon, you got Hulk Uncommon, you got Iron Man Common, and you got a Hydra Agent Common. Those are really, that's a really good. It's actually a really good sealed pull too, but that's great for pulp. That's scary good. But want to know the truth? If I pulled that in a sealed, I would feel really good about myself. Now I'm going to booster number 19. Haven't tried the Cookie Canuck yet. Jordan apparently says it's got great burgers. They got a burger challenge. What's the burger challenge there, man? Is it a big burger you got to eat? And if you do, your food's free or something? All right, so now we're down to 19. We're getting down to this booster and one more for the bounty. We got a Doctor Strange Rare, the Beyonder Uncommon, Luke Cage Uncommon, Ant-Man Common, Monica Chain Common. 12-pound burger challenge in 1 hour. You have to eat a 12-pound burger, which is basically you're eating 12 one-pound burgers. And what about the fixing? Do they have fries and stuff you have to eat too, or just the burger? And is the burger loaded with everything? Or can you like just get a cheeseburger with nothing on it? All right, so number 20, last chance at hammer. Last chance at a hammer. If we don't pull it, then of course, if you guys that don't know, but the people that come here every week do know, it rolls over and we add more stuff into it. The pile keeps getting higher and higher. The bounty gets more and more until somebody wins it. Now, I was talking about this earlier. I may, because I'm going to be at Worlds on a Thursday, but I'm thinking about taking a few bricks with me and doing the auction there. I actually may reach out to WizKids, and if they would sell me a couple of Notorious boosters to crack on the live stream from Worlds, that would be great. So if they let me do that, I will do it. So we got a War Machine Rare, a Red She-Hulk Uncommon, a Thanos Uncommon, a Vision Common, a Ultron Drone Common. That is it. We did not pull a hammer. We did have some good pulls. We got chases. We got some primes. We got some good stuff. And that's it for tonight, guys. I mean, we can talk a little bit more. I like the good food places. Andrew, are you going to be at Worlds? Who all, if you're going to be, Jordan, are you going to be at Worlds? I know Jay's going to be at Worlds. I know Dennis is going to be at Worlds. Miguel, I know, is not going to be at Worlds. If you're going to be in, chime in. Tell me you're going to be there. And if you are there, come see me. Come shake my hand. Let me know who you are and introduce yourself, and say hello. I like. I usually I either like you or I punch you, so don't be afraid. Seriously, come see me. Love to meet people. Love to talk to players. You're not going to be there. Too bad, Jordan. Anybody else going to be there that I don't know about? Do I know what you pulled? Um, because you weren't here, Jay took all your stuff, Dan. Just so you're saying. And by the way, I was talking to you earlier, and I don't know what you pulled because I don't have the booster list in front of me about who won what. Um, uh, what boosters did you have? Do you know your numbers? I can go back and look at the numbers for you. Oh, congratulations! I've got 100 messages today with on my restream chat. I guess that's a big deal. Um, Jay got punched and hugged. All right, uh, Dan. I asked this to you earlier. I want to know: are you planning on playing in all four formats? World Championships? Are you going to do silver? Are you going to do pulp? Are you going to do teams? And you're going to do modern? I know you're doing teams and modern. Are you going to try to do all of them? Or are you going to try to do um, well, B Dubs is something that is worth going to. You get an excuse for that. I love B Dubs. Are you going to play in all four of them? Or are you planning on picking and choosing? I'm very curious as to how many players are going to play in every one of them. Booster 20 was not very good. Booster 10, I don't remember. Booster 20, I just did. There wasn't nothing special in it because it's fresh on my mind. You had there's no super rares or anything in it. Um, I know you didn't get the chases or anything. You got War Machine, Red She-Hulk, Thanos, Vision, and Ultron Drone. And let me see what you got in booster number 10. So let me know. And also answer me. You can answer. I'm sure you're with. Well, I don't know. You could have just been with Sam going out. But what is Jason doing? Is Jason coming? Is he going to play in all four? What's your guys' plan? Are you seeing people playing in all four of them? Are you seeing a little bit of, you're doing pulp teams and singles at Worlds? I'm doing the same thing. I'm not really that interested in silver. I don't really like the timing of silver, but I may end up playing and just play with a simple team just to play. I don't know yet. So this one you did get a super rare in. You got a Madam Web in booster number 10 along with some rares and super rare. I mean some rares and uncommons, but Madam Web would have been your best pull. Jace Dennis is doing pulp teams and theme, so he's staying away from modern. Jason is probably not doing singles. But is he going to play in pulp, and is he going to play in anything else? I mean, obviously, I guess he's doing teams, but is he going to do pulp and do silver? I'm just very curious as to how that's going to pan out. Whether players want to play in all four of them and have four chances of being a world champion. Silver is during singles, but I saw that too. It's not real. Some reason that the timing isn't really good for silver. I think that was bad form on their part. But I don't know. I'm not hardcore going into singles. Jaden's doing pulp and teams and BRs. What I'm seeing is a mix of interest, meaning that it looks like everybody you talk to has different interest. I would say the one commonality, believe it or not, between everybody is teams. I think everybody wants to play teams, and then they're choosing from on the other ones. They're choosing on which ones they want to do. I'm seeing some people doing pulp, some people not doing pulp, some people doing silver, some people doing modern. I mean, it's just mixed. I'm doing for sure 3 of the 4, and with silver being on. I might take a silver team and join at the last minute if I bomb in singles, which I probably will. I haven't put in the time or effort for modern age, and I think to be competitive in modern age, it requires the time and effort to do it. That's my personal opinion. I have put the time and effort into pulp, so I'm prepared for pulp, and I'm looking forward to pulp. I have not put any effort into silver whatsoever, and but I think I can put a fun team together that I like a lot, and that I played off and on for the last few months. I think I can bring that out and play it. I don't think it'll win, but I think it's competitive, and I think that it's fun to play, so I may do that. Yeah, modern doesn't allow any mistakes, and it requires a little bit more knowledge. There's a lot more tech involved in modern, and there's a lot more. It's not always about what your team does. Sometimes it's more about what does the other guy do. And if you're not putting in the time and effort in knowing what the other teams do, you're gonna have a surprise game. You're gonna have a game where like, well, I didn't know he could do that. I didn't even seen this before, and so it requires time and effort, and more so than all the rest of them. So that's my opinion, and that's why I'm not really setting my sights. I know my son is playing in modern. He always does good. All right, Miguel, we'll talk at you later. But I think that, I mean, that's my personal opinion. I think that I don't think anybody just lasts, unless they're an extremely good player, like a Matt G of the world that can pilot good teams. And I mean, honest to God, I mean, that's what he does. And I'm not saying that in a being slighted. I'm saying that in a admiring way, is that you give Matt G a team and he can just run with it pretty fast. But unless you got somebody that's just like an extremely good pilot that knows the game completely, and you just give them a team, for the most part, I think you've got to practice with your team, and I think you also got to study what the other guys do a whole hell of a lot to win. That's my opinion. And then you can do all of that and be the best out there, and you still have a bad dice roll or a bad dice game and none of it, and you throw it all out the door. And that's HeroClix. But for the most part, if you watch if you watch this game, a lot of people like to throw out that it's a luck of the dice and it's luck of this. Well, if it was all luck, if it was that much luck, if you look at the people that win, they win consistently and they pop up in just about every format because they're just really good players. Did they change the format in Silver Age, and do we know what's going to be used for teams? So I think Notorious is going to be used for teams because they announced that we would be using Notorious, but they were afraid that it wasn't going to get here in time. And my understanding is that it has got here in time, and that because we have our pre-release and release and everything scheduled. So I'm thinking that it's going to be Notorious. I could probably confirm that tomorrow. And the form and why and did they change the format in Silver Age? Format? What do you mean? Did they change it? Are you talking about the format for next year? The format's the same right now as it has been. There's no changes to the Silver Age format that we have been playing in, but there are changes on the horizon. But they won't happen till after Worlds. And don't know for certain what those changes are going to be yet, other than we're going to do some changing. So anyway, what are we, 2 weeks? Dan, Jay, are you guys going Wednesday or Thursday? I was going Thursday, but now I got to be with my buddy. So I'm going to go hang out with Dennis on Wednesday, pick him up at the airport, and have some relaxed time and all that. So who are you guys coming in Wednesday? Are you going to be there? Are you coming in Thursday? Dan, it's a pretty short drive there for you also. So, I mean, it's not necessary to be there Wednesday night. And I wouldn't be there Wednesday night, but Thursday morning, yeah, for you too, yeah. But, I mean, it's being that it's, I would normally drive in on Thursday morning, but it's being able to hang out with Dennis is not something that I can do very often. And once we get playing, it's going to be more difficult, and we're going to be all in the talking to HeroClix and playing HeroClix and doing things. So coming in Wednesday night is a time that we can relax and do things. So I'm looking forward to that. Dan, I don't know if you're still here, but curious, are you coming in Wednesday or Thursday? If you are, if not, I'm going to, after you answer or don't answer that question, I'm going to cut the stream off and go do something. I think there's some football games on tonight. Jeez, I get to go watch some. All right, so Dan's not answering. So with that, I'm going to call it a good night to everybody. Congratulations on your good pools. We will do an auction next Thursday in one more week. I will also be, and I will let everybody know what my plans are for the week of Worlds. I either will not do a stream, I will not do a auction that night at all, or I may do one from Worlds. I'll let you guys know. So with that, guys, good night, everyone. Looking forward to seeing you guys very, very soon.